Wendy Alane Wright, the Hollywood talent manager in Los Angeles, California. And I wanted to talk to you today about some of the questions that I get from actors. And every time I start talking, my husband starts fucking, what's it called? Building something out in the yard. And he's like, zzz, zzz. I keep starting the video over and over again. I'm not doing it. He's building something out there. I'm home. I'm living my life. I'm in my office, in my house, and I need to talk to you guys. And every single time I hit record, so what? That's what it is. I'm not starting again. This question, how do I get more acting jobs? There are 3 ways to get more acting jobs. 3 critical ways to get more acting jobs. Let's go over them. Number one, when you go on auditions, do so well in the audition room that the casting director calls you back again and again and again and again. You get more auditions by doing well so that the casting directors you're already seeing keep calling you back in. That's how you get more auditions, right? And you should know that a casting director will sometimes call an actor in 20 times. You might audition 20 times for the same casting director and never get anything, and then all of a sudden you get a job, right? The casting director's job is to get to know you as an actor. And every time you go in and do a great job, they're learning to trust you more. They're watching what you do with the characters. They're watching you do different characters with a variety of different energies and emotions, and they're looking at your ability and getting to know you. And they may keep calling you in over and over and over, and that's what you want. You want to do that. So, number 1, do well in your audition so they keep calling you back. Number 2, be prepared for your audition. That's how you're going to do well in your audition. You've got to be prepared for the auditions that you get. And that means be training all the time. Because if you're not warmed up, there's no way that a football player goes in and plays in the, the Super Bowl without having practiced and played 1,000 games that year, right? You don't just show up on Super Bowl Sunday and go, I'm here, where's the ball? You have to be training all year long, doing drills and being in shape so that when you're called on to do your job, you're the best at it. You're ready to go. And it's the same with an actor. If you're making the mistake of not training in between auditions, you're never going to be as good as the people who are training all the time. They're ready. They're doing exercises with acting. They're going to acting classes. They're practicing scenes. They're practicing breaking down scenes so that when they do get a big audition, they're ready. And they will beat you out every time, right? So it's important that you stay in training and be prepared for your auditions when they come up. Also, how do you be prepared? You have to know how to break down a scene. When you get an audition, you don't just memorize the lines and then go in there and say them, blah, blah, blah. Because most people will say them exactly the same way if that's how you do it. Because they read it, They don't really learn about the scene. They don't really learn about the character. They think they're supposed to go in there and just say whatever's on the page. That's not what you do as an actor. An actor takes the script and reads the whole thing from top to bottom, all the people's parts, all the stage direction, learns everything that's going on in the scene before you even memorize it. You want to know what that scene's about. Then you get a piece of paper and you sit down and you start writing using your imagination. And you make stuff up because it's not in your little script that you're auditioning with. It's only like 3-4 pages. The whole story of that character's life is not in that 3 pages. So you got to start making stuff up. Okay, I'm playing a girl. She's 25. I'm going to say she was born in Buffalo to a very wealthy family. I'm pulling from my own life now because that's what's happened to me. And they were moved to Connecticut when she was 3. And let's see, I'm going to make up a story about this actor because I need to have some kind of backstory in my imagination. I have to have something. This person has to be a real person. Otherwise, how can you be somebody if you don't even have a real person to be? Your job as an actor is to go through that script and figure out, okay, how does this person feel? What did they do today? What did they eat for breakfast? How did they feel about the person they're talking to? What did they do right before they got to this moment in the scene? And you have to write all that stuff out. You have to break down the emotions. What is this character feeling? Why do they feel that way? What are the different ways they feel in the scene? And understand the transitions that are going to take place. going to start surprised, and they're going to be angry, then they're going to laugh and be excited. You got to write all that out. That's part of being prepared. And then you get an acting coach to coach you on your auditions. When you don't live in Los Angeles, you might not have acting coaches that really know what they're doing. And so you might not be able to compete at the level that LA actors can. But there are plenty of teachers that Skype coach online. There's Donna Gurgley. She's a casting director. Melissa Scoff. She's a casting director. Dan Shaner, he's a casting director. I do it. I coach online for auditions. You have to just reach out and get all these people, look them up on Google, get all their phone numbers and emails, put them in your phone book. And when you have a major audition or an audition you need to prepare for, call any of them and get coached before you go in on your audition, especially if it's a major role. You do not want to blow a big opportunity by not working that through with someone, okay? The third way, and this is a very, very important way to get more auditions, you've got to be relaxed. You've got to be relaxed. Auditioning can be a nerve-wracking experience if you're not prepared. I'll tell you, if you're not prepared, you're going to be nervous. So if you really do your homework on that script, you'll be more comfortable. And being relaxed, part of the job of a casting director is to work with people they're comfortable with. They do not hire people they are not comfortable with, and they do not hire people that are not comfortable. You understand that? Let me say it again. They do not hire people that they are not comfortable with, and they do not hire people that are not comfortable. So it's your job to get comfortable, and that takes focus and a discipline. You have to relax. In your acting classes, they teach breathing exercises, and all that stuff is not for no reason. When you get to the audition room, you got to relax. You cannot be psyching yourself out mentally. I'm not good enough. Why should I get the role? These people are probably better than me. Sometimes, my clients go into auditions and they've been on major TV shows, and other actors go, oh, she's here. I probably won't get it now because that girl's been on a lot of shows. No. Sometimes they get the part, and my client doesn't. Just because I represent great actors, actors who are stars, actors who are on television, does not mean that they get every single role. If you notice about stars, if you find out who auditioned for a major role in a Star Wars film, every top actress in Hollywood auditioned for that role. Only one gets it, right? So the audition process cannot psych you out. You cannot talk to yourself and say, I'm never going to get it. I'm not good enough. I should have done this earlier in life. I'm too old. I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. I'm too tall. I'm too black. I'm too white. I'm not this. I'm not that. Shut up. Shut that off. Shut it off. It's your worst enemy. It is never accurate. It is kind of like a sabotage mechanism inside your own brain that's just trying to fuck with you. And you need to shut it off. You hit delete when those thoughts come up. Seriously, just delete. You can't even entertain them, and I'll tell you what, don't try to figure out where they come from. Every human being has them. Successful people delete those things, and they don't put attention on them, because what you put attention on grows. So put your attention on positive, on relaxing, on evaluating yourself. What's it called? Self-validation. I am good enough. I am worthy. I deserve good things. Put your mind on the positive. You'll multiply more positive, good things in your life, okay? But the audition room can psych you out. If you're sitting in the audition room and you see other actors, don't pay attention to them. Stay focused on your character. Stay focused on your scene. Just go do the very best you can. Be comfortable with yourself. That is the number one thing. Be comfortable. Go in and have fun with that audition. Casting directors hire actors who are having fun with the part, are playing with the part, going all the way there with the part, who are comfortable enough to let go. So those are your top 3 most important ways. 1, keep getting auditions from the casting directors that are already bringing you in. 2, always be prepared for your auditions. And 3, be relaxed. Okay, that's it for now. Subscribe if you like this video. Share it with friends. Put your questions or comments down below. I try to look at all of them, and I really do respond myself personally. I don't have assistants doing it, right? And just know that I believe in you and I love you so much. And I hope you have a great day. Mwah. Bye.